Welcome everyone back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Monica. Today I am doing a review and a flip through of the Silver Era Tarot. This is a deck that was published in 2010 by Schiffer Publishing. The artist is Aunia Kahn and the author of the booklet is Russell J. Moon. So, as I mentioned, it was published in 2010, so it's been around for quite some time. And I have found this deck a really wonderful deck to work with for a number of reasons, which I will go through in this video. This is a photographic deck, and I consider it to be largely a black and white deck. Despite that, like some of you might think, it's limiting because of those factors, being a photography-based deck and also being largely or predominantly black and white. However, I consider this to be an excellent tarot deck in the tradition of the Rider-Waite-Smith. So when you open it, so the deck actually comes in this really nice, very sturdy box with a tab. So when you pull it up, it does come with a booklet, and I'll go through that in a bit more detail later on. And then we have the tarot cards themselves. So here is the back, very simple. I like the simplicity in it, in this tarot deck. And if I was to pull them all out, it does have the usual couple of extra cards. And I'm not sure, because I bought the second hand, I'm not sure if this little cardboard insert comes with it or not. It's my only irritation, if I may say so, with decks, is when they you know, include these little bits and pieces that I just find them, they get in the way and they're a bit annoying. But other than that, the tarot deck itself is excellent. So allow me to move the box out of the way and have the cards in focus. As I mentioned, it is a largely black and white tarot deck. However, it does have sparse use of color, which is brilliant as it focuses the attention of the reader towards the color. So let's go through some examples here. I have the Four of Wands, and as you can see, I'm not sure if it will come out really well because it's very subtle done in a lot of the cards, and I think that's brilliant personally. But the roses in this wreath at the top are colored a bit of a burgundy sort of a color. Okay, so that's the Four of Wands. In the Five of Swords, another example, we have the protagonist's clothing. Her dress or shirt is a dark red and striped color. In the Five of Cups, the color choice here is green, and it is this cape that the person in the card is wearing. So again, I'm not sure how well these are coming up, but when you see them up close, they're certainly evident that there's a bit of a color in the cards. In the Three of Cups is the flowers, a really lovely mauve or purple color, but it's not strident, like it doesn't clash with the imagery, and I really appreciate that artistic sensibility towards color and the blending of color in this tarot deck. Here's the Six of Pentacles, a bit more evident, where we have the yellow in the person standing up, their yellow dress. And I think it leaves it to the reader to have a think about why that particular person or a particular object is colored, and also why it is that particular color, because different colors have different meanings. In the Queen of Swords, only the moon has this yellow tinge to it. In the Judgment card, we have the flag that has the red cross on it. And let's do one more. In the Two of Wands, we have the globe, which is a blue color. And I'm hoping that this comes up. It's hard to tell with camera work and the lighting whether it shows up really well, but basically the whole card is black and white, and then the globe itself is blue. Now have a think about the fact that this was created in 2010, and while Photoshop and those sort of graphic design packages were around at the time, of course, it still is nowhere near what it is today in terms of the versatility and the complexity that you get in design packages. And I think Aunia has done a brilliant job of creating the deck in a photographic style, but also in the way that she has digitally altered the cards and allowed the subtle coloring to take place. And I highly commend the deck based on those choices alone, but also, as you have seen from the cards I have just shown, this is a Rider-Waite-Smith style deck, and it keeps really well to the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition. Like, it's really faithful to that style and the tradition and how the cards are represented. It's just done through Aunia's own lens and her medium of photography, and I think that it is beautiful, and that makes it a really good workable tarot deck for working for yourself, but also working with clients and working on personal self-development questions. The cardboard, I should say, it's very thick. It has a really thick cardboard, which is brilliant. It stands up really well to heavy shuffling, of course. I like this deck not just because it's, it keeps with the Rider-Waite-Smith, as I mentioned, really well, and I think the design is excellent, but also because I have found it a great aid in working for my own self-development and my own healing and questions related to my own concerns, be that for mental health or emotional health. And I think what I really appreciated is Aunia was, there's a bit in the book where, at the back, where there's a little bit about her. And aside from being a Sagittarius, since I am one myself, I'm actually born on the 4th of December, she's born on the 5th. So that's really nice. But aside from that, her little introduction at the back says about how she grew up in an explosive and unpredictable home environment, and she's sought refuge through creativity in art, music, and acting, which she always felt was close to her soul's purpose. And I think her background, when you come from a background in your childhood which is turbulent and difficult, even though the deck is a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, I think that her background shines through in the energy of this deck, in the mood, that atmospheric mood that this tarot deck has. And so I have a lot of time for people that come through difficult childhood backgrounds and transform that in one way or another through art and creativity. So the Silver Era Tarot has been a firm favorite of mine for a very long time. I mainly use it for my own personal work, to be honest, not so much with clients, but I think because it keeps with the Rider-Waite-Smith so well, you could certainly use this for client work. Now, what I will do is, because I didn't feel like there were cards that I wanted to highlight or cards that I didn't like. I like the whole deck as a whole, and I think each card is executed brilliantly. So what I will do is I will do a full 78 card flip through and allow the images to take you on that visual journey so you can appreciate the beauty of this tarot deck. And if you like what you see, I'm fairly sure it's still available for purchase online, but don't quote me on that because I haven't checked that personally. But last time I did have a look at it, it was certainly still available. One thing I didn't mention is the booklet itself, and I've got to say it is really well written. It has a picture and a description of each card, and both upright and reversed meanings, as well as the main keywords for each card. And I found it very succinct. I found it to the point, and I certainly have found it very useful. So I would recommend this booklet. It's a really well done booklet, and it does have a couple of spreads at the back. They're the standard past, present, and future, and the Celtic cross as well. So I have to give credit to Schiffer Publishing for doing a really good job with the booklet as well as the tarot deck. If you're wondering where the coloring is in the Hierophant, it's her lips, which are red. I think that's brilliant. Thank you for watching.